Hi, Johnny Lin, Harcourt's Pinnacle Aspley. It's 10 p.m. today on a Thursday night. For some reason I ended up in the office. A topic came to mind and I decided to record it to share with you guys. So what I wanted to have a chat about is the business of referral. So everything that we do in this business in real estate, is prospecting for the simple fact to get as many property as we can to sell and then go on to the next, to the next level. So what I tend to find is obviously, having a strong referral business is the most important thing. So I'm going to give you guys a few practical advice that I have been doing for the last many years and it's worked great. So for example, referrals. So what happens is if someone calls me up and say, look, Johnny, we would like you to sell a property, or we'd like a market appraisal, we've been given your name by so and so. The very moment I receive a phone call that says that, I'll prepare a thank you card with a $100 gift card, whether it's a Maya card or whatever the card is, and I'll send it through straight away to say a thank you. Whether I get the listing or not, it doesn't really matter because they've done the right thing by me by referring me. So by giving the card, you're basically encouraging people to constantly refer to you. A lot of agents that I've dealt with over the years have always said, look, we're going to give you $500 voucher upon settlement for the property. But by doing that, what basically you're saying is, okay, look, I'll give you something, but I want to get something back. So we need to really get into the spirit of giving without expecting anything back in return. It's the whole point that you need to spend money to make money, and you need to be willing to invest in yourself. So that's stage one. Obviously, when the property sells, you should send them something else to say as a thank you as well. And the next huge part is about presence. So for example, looking after your client. So I try my very best to tailor make every single present at the end of a settlement. So for example, this year we gave 532-inch flat screen LCD, and I gave a 50-inch LCD recently to a client that have been very, very good to us. A client of ours have recently got engaged, so I decided to surprise them by sending them a helicopter tour for two in Brisbane. So something like that people reminds you, how many times have you walked into a property where you've turned to them and say, look, so who sold you the property 3, 4, 5 years ago? And the general response they always have, that really nice guy or that really nice lady, but the reality is they don't remember who it is and they haven't called them. That's why you're in the property. So our job here is we need to make sure that people remember who we are. So for example, look, every year I sell between 75 to 85 properties, whatever the number is. So my theory is if I look after every single one of those buyers, every single one of those sellers, they all know someone else. So if I impress everyone with a gift that does not necessarily have to be expensive, but it has to be personal, can you imagine how big my referral business is? So within 1 year, you're impressing 160 people, the next year on and on and on. So the business just getting bigger. And look, the result proves itself by looking at my business every year, compared to last year, which I thought we had a pretty good year. Business is up 35%, and I'm working less hours at the same time because mainly business is referral. And the way to track this is, I've got what we call a master spreadsheet, and what we basically do is for every property that we list, we've got the address of the property and a column of different information. However, one of the column basically says, how did we get the listing? So if it's a referral, if it's my profile, if it's a letter, and basically where that referral comes from. So for me, coming towards the end of the year, I've turned and looked at that spreadsheet and realized that, very close to 80% of my clients this year were direct call to my mobile because someone else have referred to me. And these are a few things that I do. I hope that really helps you guys, and hope you guys have a great week. Speak to you soon.